Well, ladies and gentlemen, I didn't think I was going to make a video today, but here I am. I'm going to make a video. Now, what is that you see on your screen? First of all, my video capture isn't working, but I hope my audio is. In case it isn't, try changing browser. I think it might be the browser because on my end, I listen to my videos on my phone and on my computer, and they sound perfectly fine. However, if you're not using Chrome or Edge, you might not have the necessary codecs. And of course, you're always welcome to watch the video at 1.5 speed, uh, or even faster. Now, you might be wondering, what the heck am I doing with Chef-du-Pont? Everybody and his nanny has already done an unboxing video. So what I'm proposing to do here, or what I'm attempting to do, is a wrapping video. As in, wrap it up and store it, buddy, and play it. And I'll tell you how I did it. So what you see here is the front cover, plastified, of course, protected with a plastic cover of a binder that my son used in elementary school. By the way, my son now graduated from high school, so we're upscaling uh, uh, his old school supplies. So that's the front end, and let's take a look on the inside. I'm not going to show you all the scenarios. It's going to be a very short video, and I think you're going to enjoy it. Well, that's the wrong picture. Let's go this way. There you go. There's where the map is stored. Inside this binder, there's a plastic uh, folder that is attached to the front cover, and you can cover up the map using a plastic holder. So the map goes with the binder, and so the scenarios are in the same spot. You know, you could say that Kurt threw you a curveball with by not boxing it, but I mean, he didn't. He actually made it more convenient for us to receive, at least us guys that are not in the U.S. and Canada. Well, not too far from the U.S., but just the same. He made it more convenient to receive stuff at a smaller cost. Was was it Kurt? Was it MMP? Let's say MMP uh, thought of it. And what I like is the little compass there. I didn't notice it, but now I did. It's welcoming to see the little north sign. But of course, on geomorphic maps, you can decide where north actually is. Oh boy. Let's go on. Dry humor there. So the rules are in the same binder. Uh, I took a cursory look at them, but I'd really like to read them once or twice before I play the game. I still haven't read Saint Mary d'Eglise, and, and and just to go back to what I was saying before, it's Chef Dupont. It's not Chef Dupont. Stop that already. I know you're American. You don't speak French. Some of you do, but stop pronouncing it Chef Dupont. It's Chef Dupont. As in, sous le pont d'Avignon, on se danse comme des petits cochons, or something to that effect. Great. That was terrible singing, by the way. I promise I won't do it again, but you never know with me. So there's the rules. I'm not going to show you all the scenarios, and they might be a little bit fuzzy because they're in protective sheets. That's how you're supposed to do it. See, unboxing, anybody can do unboxing, but boxing or sleeving, a sleeving video is a different story. And as you can see, I left uh, some of the separators in there. Graded work. It actually belonged to my son. We're upgrading and recycling and having fun. So this is Gavin's take being played on a historical hassle map, which is, I don't know, crazy. You know, it's uh, well, look, a hassle is a hassle, right? Depending on your perspective and what you mean by hassle. Anyway, maybe it is a hassle, maybe it isn't a hassle, but it's definitely a hassle. Um, And to that end, I need to try it. I need to try it. But because I was thinking a couple of nights ago, like, you got all these beautiful terrain and maps and whatnot in the hassle modules, but those rules were designed to be played on geomorphic maps. And so you invent more terrain, more complexity, and then some of the rules might not function well. For example, the question of being thrusted or in a gully that is surrounded by a hedge came up, and whether you could give up while advantage or you can't. Stuff like that. Anywho, I don't get too bothered by it. I find it funny. West of Merdeth. To be honest with you, I forget how many scenario cards you got in here, but yeah, let's see. One, two, three, three cards, but six scenarios. Interesting scenarios as well. Yeah. Oh well. I also have the mini map in there, but I'm not sure if I took a picture of it. You might ask, what is that? Well, it's the cardboard that it came with it, and it's great cardboard. And I'm thinking, it was used for protection, but I believe it's 1/8 thick, and it's good quality. And I'm planning on probably making it into a dice tower. Now, you might ask, well, George, why don't you buy a dice tower from Mario Seto and all fine and dandy, but I don't have euros. I need the euros to eat the gabagool. If I don't eat the gabagool, I starve, I die. So, Mario, you make great dice towers, but I have to make my own. And this is the rear. Now look at that. It says complexity through the roof. I don't understand why people call Advanced Squad Leader complex. Rule density, high rule density, maybe. That you can say it's plausible. Solidarity suitability. Solidarity suitability is another subjective uh, measure, I think, because some folks exclusively play all their games uh, uh, solitaire, whether they're meant to be solitaire or not, and other folks like to play with players. Uh, Personally, I like both, and I try to come up with a rule set that is fair to both players, that being me, but at the same token, it's pretty interesting playing with other players because at the end of the day, if there is a learning curve to be had, you definitely learn more and better playing with other people, and especially with more experienced players. But at the same token, if you want to play with a lesser experienced player, it gives you the opportunity to teach yourself and to the other fellow how to play. And that's the end of my video. It's only 8 minutes long, but quality isn't equal to quantity, guys, right? And it's, you gotta admit, this was original. And at the same token, I really have to go and cook some supper. I've been lazy a couple of days and ordering out for one reason or another. But today we're gonna make a nice hamburger steak with some potatoes, corn on the cob, and gravy. We're gonna enjoy life tonight, the boys and I hope. So guys and ladies, if you're watching, uh, have a great evening. Have a great week ahead. And I may have a video next week. I may not. It all depends. It's all up in the air. We'll see how the wind blows. And in the meantime, here's the tongue twister. Roll low and have a heck of a good time. Take care.